So the defense side. So just remember, just with your partner, I want you to make sure that you're focusing on your hips, right? Because anytime you're head shoulders, if they start to tilt your hips, that's when you're going to be automatic in order to get past. So the first thing is, right, just don't have your leave a hook. So you're going to be clamping down. I like to grab the hand. And I like to grab the collar. Gripping you, grips, use that grip as your advantage, right? Especially here. He's going to use this to like long step or whatever. So anytime you're in headquarters, right, he's going to be sitting on my shin. I like to put my foot on the inside here because then it's easier for me to elevate. If I put my foot here, it's hard for me to elevate. So with your partner, start here, play around with your foot positionings, right and left, breaking grips, grabbing collar, pant, breaking both side grips, and just get comfortable. If your partner tries to tilt you, I want you to make sure that you're keeping your hips straight and you're adjusting your feet accordingly, right? So as he starts going this way, use my foot to elevate, just to stay straight. And if he starts going the other way, I'll use that same foot to stop him from going. Because if my legs are together and he starts pushing, that's when he's gonna start passing me. So just start in headquarters, play around with your foot positioning. He's gonna try to tilt you left and right? And if you go too far where your foot's on the ground, you can just square up. But always make sure that your hips are squared up with your partner, you're not tilting, and you're breaking grips. And then we're gonna show some retention and sweep in that position. Okay? 1, 2, 3. 4 different types of ways to retain your guard when someone tries to knee slice. I'm gonna demonstrate one way to sweep from single leg X when you start in Delhi Hiva, and they shove you to headquarters. And then I'm going to show you one counter from headquarters when they're trying to side smash you. So the first one, the first two, right, is when he has a collar grip and he has headquarters, right? So usually he has this grip because he's trying to block this knee from coming in. Because if he starts slicing through like this, he's trying to block this knee from coming in. So what we're going to do is, if you forget or you're a little bit late on breaking this grip, right, and you know he starts pushing, the moment he starts to go, right, we're going to go right here to like a lasso grip, and we can go cross collar or same side collar. That means that I have distance control. I can put my foot on the hip, and now I can go like cross collar sleeve, I can go Delhi Hiva, or I can maintain this shallow lasso. So it's very simple, right? You start in headquarters, and this is kind of early. He starts to tilt, I immediately go right to it, and I put a lot of tension here, and this is going to be my distance control. Even though it's shallow, this is distance control. He might be pushing on my leg, right? You can grab the sleeve right here, kick out, go right on the hip, and then start to go for whatever position you want, right? So here, he starts going, right away. And you're getting your grips. If he's grabbing me, right, and I can't put my foot on the hip, you can grab the wrist, you can break, you can go crook your elbow and break, or you can just go for the sleeve and break, and then start to square up. But you'll notice that I'm always favoring this side to get my hooks on because he's so far away. I don't want to start tilting, grabbing this side, even though this is the side that's going to be stepping. I want to go to the side that has the majority of the control that I can get from him. The second option you have is just reverse Delhi Hiva. He's so fast, I'm going to go here, I put my hook in, and I put my foot right here on the hip. And then I immediately grab, and I start framing. I can break this, but as long as I have this foot here, and my reverse Delhi Hiva hook, now I feel like this is a lot different for when he's knee slicing. And remember that if he starts to knee slice heavy, just extend your leg out. You can extend just with that hook, and then he won't be able to penetrate with his knee all the way to the ground, right? Even if he does, right, I just extend him out. So what I'm doing is, same thing, my right leg needs to be mobile, right? As he starts tilting, I'm hooking in with my right foot, and my left foot comes on the inside, and I'm framing. I don't want to be here. And the reason why, like before, he's going to be blocking my leg from the slice. So when he goes, now I can't bring my knee on the inside. So instead of going over the top, I'm bringing my leg on the inside. So if he starts going, I'm here. My knee is here, and I'm grabbing. And I'm hooking on the inside. So remember that if you have a gap with your leg when you're bending, this is bad. It means that he can push down my hook, and he can pass me. If I'm hooking like this, now when he pushes it, it doesn't matter, and I can extend. Reverse Delhi Hiva just means I have my Delhi Hiva hook, my left foot can be on his hip, it can be be on his bicep, his shoulder, his chest. You can even have like a lasso or a spider grip. So again, the two that we're doing is headquarters. He has this grip, I didn't break it. So when he starts going, I go shallow lasso, and I start going from the hip and opening up. Automatically, I like to go to the reverse del Hiva, but we don't have to. He's grabbing, break, and then start to open up, and then attack. So again, he goes, I go shallow lasso, foot, cross collar, same type collar, and then I can start to attack. The other option is, he starts going, reverse del Hiva, leg inside, framing, ankle. And then I can start getting my grips, or if he drops his knee, right? Drop your left knee, yeah. You can start going to like the back or whatever you want to do from there. Okay? Questions? Yes? No, no read. So you're talking about your...
The outside foot.
No, you're okay. So, she's talking about my left foot. If my left foot goes all the way across, you're still okay. Because there's no tension on the inside knee. He can still flare his knee outwards toward me, right? It's only that way if like I was underneath here and then my foot goes all the way across. Now I'm putting inward pressure on his knee. Okay, with your partner please, 1, 2, 3. So as he starts slicing, right, and he's here, I feel like I've already lost it, but remember that my knee shield, we're gonna go low knee shield, and we're gonna extend our hips away, right? And as we extend, that allows the weight to get off my knee, so I can start putting it onto his bicep or his hip. So this is when he's going, and he's like, there's weight onto it, and we're here. His knee is not quite on the ground yet. When it's on the ground and it's sliced through, that's a little bit different. So I'm gonna go low knee shield. Notice how it's just automatic, I bring this in low. He wants to go here, right? Even if he goes here, I can use this to break his grip if I need to. But just remember that I can bring a low knee shield, and it has to be low. If I go high, this doesn't do much. He can just switch his hips, right? So I'm gonna go low, I create space, and now my right leg is free to start to square up with him, and then he'll start passing, right? So he starts going. There's a lot of weight on this leg. So now, lasso doesn't make sense, it's too close, right? Reverse del Hiva is already shut off. So my knee is going low, and you're gonna just open up your hip to the bridge like this. That tilts him back, takes weight off of my knee, and now I can start to open up wherever. Now the last one we're gonna do is when he slices through, and he's like, his knee's on the ground, or he's slicing this and he's a little bit past my foot, right? Like that. So what we're gonna do is I keep that knee shield, I'm gonna find his armpit, and I'm just gonna roll and do like a spin. Once I spin, I just square up with him. So anytime that knee is on the ground, or that knee is completely past your foot, you can just invert. So I'm shooting for this armpit here. So when he starts going, right, it's like this. Now I can just push off this leg, and I'm just gonna invert and rotate, and now I'm square back up with him. And he's gonna have to repass. So I find this armpit. If I go for this armpit, I'm too far over to my left, he's just gonna continue passing. So when he goes, right, I'm a little bit far, I rotate, and then I square up. So the two that we're doing is low knee shield. He has weight on that leg. He goes, I create space, right? As I create space, it brings his knee up, because as he puts weight into it, I'm right at his hinge. I extend, and then I can start opening up. So he may fall back, he might sit up. One more time. He's going, low knee shield, I create space. Then I can start bringing my foot on the inside, lasso, whatever. This one's later, and he's going, right? Once he starts going, I find that armpit, right? He's already passed. If I stay here, he's passed, right? So I create the frame on that hip. My left foot has to stay close. And I invert, I square up. Just make sure when you do it, you don't invert so your legs are shooting up to the sky. And I'll show you why. So as he starts going, right? If I'm up in the sky, double underpass. And then I'm gonna get stacked like that. So make sure that you find a place on his hip. So you notice that when I'm going, I just, he's too fast, I go. I square up, and I go low. Okay? So those are the two we're doing, low knee shield or inversion. Questions? One, yes.
If they're like taller, right?
Yeah.
What happens if you can't reach that opposite underarm?
So It's great. So once we're here, I shoot for anywhere on that side. I don't want to go on this side because I'm pushing him away from me where he can turn the corner. Anywhere is fine. Even this way is fine. And I only use that because if when I'm spinning, he starts to come on top of me, I'll load myself underneath. So it's like a safety. You don't need it. I just use it because it's good for just in case. All right. 1, 2, 3. The other Hiva. So if I'm going cross collar, same side collar, and I have my pan grip, I'll extend his leg to break it, then he'll stuff this. And then he starts coming in, right? And when he starts coming in, you notice that I'm keeping both grips. At this point, what I would do in training is I would start to elevate, cross my feet, and then extend him out. So I still think that if your partner is heavy, think like John So. Where's the camera? John So, he's really heavy. So if he starts extending it, right, and he stuffs it, I want to find this right here. I want to pull him in. I want to extend him out because I want him to step around here like this. Once we're here, I'm going to overhook, and I'm going to grab the pant, and then I go into single leg X like this. So this is not a reap. My knee's fine, but I still have my pant grip my left. Now I extend him out, and I come up. So once I'm here, I put pressure to Artem, and I go thumb grip. I can either back step, or if his hooks are there, I can extend, and I put my right knee here, and then I sprawl out, and I put my hip towards his armpit. So now it's hard for him to turn into me, extend out, or escape, right? I'm focusing on his shoulder and his hip. So you may not be able to get single leg X, right? So he extends it, he stuffs it here, right? He might be too far. If he's too far, you can grab here, and then when he starts to posture up, just extend him out, do the same thing, right? I like single leg X because it provides me a little bit more support, and I'm secure. So he extends, stuffs. I go above, overhook, I come up. Once he stands, I extend, I come up, and I grab. Now my left shin has to put pressure into the arm like this. Now I can just extract and sprawl out. Take the single leg X. Just grab the ankle and do double ankle sweep. If you can, then go all the way to here. I extend up. I hook. I come up. Once he stands up, I come up. Right? Because this leg is going to be problematic if I stay here. It's hard for me to pass this leg over to like go for like an outside offshoot leg drag. It's going to be hard for me to extract this without losing control. So instead, I go knee on belly and pressure. Extend out right here, and then start sprawling back. Either your knee goes here or your hip goes here. And you'll notice that I have cross body control with this leg, this shoulder, and this hip. So when he tries to snake out, face me, whatever, I have good control. And then I can go right to knee on belly, hold for my points, and then continue from there. So 1, 2, up, come up, extend. Good, Arnold. Knee on belly, extract, and then put pressure. How are you feeling so far? Yeah, thumb in the back and my right hand just grabbing his fan. Because when you go in single leg X, you won't be able to grab the pant grip because it's too fast. You're gonna have to like cup his shin. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here, I elevate. I won't be able to grab here, it's too low. So I hug and I grab here. Then when he starts squaring up, I extend and I keep that grip. Shin, and then I go. Okay? Any other questions? All right, 1, 2, 3.